Hello, here's Marcel Barsotti, an artificial intelligence director and film composer and producer living in Germany. Before I started my career as a director, I was, or I am, for 30 years a film composer, composed the scores for more than 120 movies, like the international production Pope Joan with John Goodman and David Wenham, or The Miracle of Bern, The Sea-Wolf, The Bible Code, and so many more motion pictures. Before I became a film composer, I started at the conservatory in Munich my classical study as a classical composer in pianoforte, composing and conducting. Okay, what happens with me? In 2 years ago, a German director comes to me. He realized a science fiction film and he wants that I put my music on the film. But I don't like this movie. And so I decided to become a director and realized my own films, my own science fiction films, because I'm a really big fan of science fiction films since my youth.
Aren't you curious?
Okay, what the hell is happening in this master dome?
I thought you would ask about that.
So, what happens? I have a friend in Los Angeles and I told him I want to become a director and I need money for my first film. And I show him my screenplay and he said, "Oh, it's too expensive. You need about $50 million for this first film." What I'm doing, I started artificial intelligence softwares 2 years ago. So for about 3-4 months by myself. And when I started with my first screenplay, with my first the artificial intelligence film Transformation. So what's the story? What you're seeing here is, in the beginning of the film, a scene about the yellow world. You see animals in the style of aliens or in the style of robotics. And the problem was that when I realized the prompt more than 3 or 5 seconds, where the prompt becomes problems. So I decided for my first film, Transformation, to make short scenes, to edit short scenes. For example, I have a next scene. So what you see here are the aliens. And you see the aliens have masks in front of the face and they can't talk because the lip sync technology doesn't work 2 years ago. So I decided to realize the film in this mode. What I used in Transformation, my first film, is the technology of text to prompt. So a text decided what you see in the first picture. With technology, for example, now it works very fine, but 2 years ago the software had a lot of problems. So we see a next scene of Transformation in the end of the film. Have a look. So after transformation, I realized my second artificial intelligence project called Imperia in 2024 with completely new softwares and technology, and also a own technology I realized for this film. Imperia is also a science fiction story because I'm a really fan of science fiction stories. So what happens in Imperia? I started with the software Kling and also, for example, Revoicer and other softwares to realize this film of 40 minutes with about more than 6,000 scenes and 50,000 promptings. What I used here is the technology picture to prompt, not text to prompt. Picture means that you first realized a screenplay, a first picture of a scene. I don't realize this with Kling, for example. Here I realized the pictures with other softwares like Night Cafe or Leonardo. At first, I made many pictures. For every scene, one picture. So, for example, you make a prompt, you see an alien in a black forest, and you see some animals in the forest. So you realized at first this prompt with text to prompt, and then becomes a picture. But what I decided is the problems with picture to prompts are when you make a scene, for example, with an actor, with a character. He has clothes, black clothes and sunglasses and black hairs, and you realized a second prompt. In the second prompt, you have problems with the character because the character doesn't come consistent. So in the second prompt, you have maybe the same character, but not with black clothes, with gray clothes and longer hands and not sunglasses. So how do you realize a movie that you need consistent characters, animals, aliens, houses? So what I realized, I used a technology with Photoshop AI, where I put in one picture all together. For example, the main character, the supporting role, an animal, an alien, and behind you see, for example, a new planet or a new city. So like with CGI technology, and then I start a prompt to move this picture.
Ở chiếc đi, ôi school, ôi hill.
So this all parts I realized before. So at first I start with all the characters in the film. So Lily Rose and Jay and Drott and the Darklord Scar and the aliens and the animals. So all parts I realized before I started with the movie. And then I put all parts together in one picture, and then I started with a prompt to move the picture. So have a look on the first scene of Imperia. Here we go.
Hey Jay, why don't you use a think writer?
If I could only get one step further, it would be like starting all over again.
Aha, you've got your melancholy again today. Shall I tell you a slippery joke?
Listen, Memo, it's called a wet joke. I have to work.
You know, I have a small bug. There's no other way.
What you see here is one of the first scenes in the film. You see Jay, one of the main actors, together working with his assistant Memo, a cyborg. So we talk about Lily Rose because she is very important in the film, because she knows all about the aliens and where all the people disappear in this world.
Lily Rose, who solves 30 maths problems in a minute, who runs faster than any human, who can read my mind, no way.
Oh, you're just in love with her.
You see two characters. I put together the characters in one photo, or in one photo and another photo, and so I realized the prompts. And what is very important to realize a film, you need different camera views.
We are so curious. Jay has been waiting for this moment for a long time.
We are almost at the coordinates of the signal.
And does it have anything to do with the appearance of the cubes? Let me take a look at the new terminal.
So you need the actor from front, from behind, or a close-up, or from the left or from the right the camera comes, or turn around. So like a real camera. Look at the next scene and after we talk about.
He's waiting. Go. How far are we now, my faithful Colonel Baru?
We still have problems with human renewals. Too many humans fail and become droids, like Dark Lord Scar.
You have to succeed faster. The Master Dome must be completed. That's what the prophecy says.
So what you see here is the alien world in Imperia, the Mordrats. And you see this different, strange style of the aliens. How I realized that? This is called morphing technology. Morphing technology is you put many pictures together in one picture. So what I decided, I record some pictures of my house, of my garage, and cables, and a hammer, and other strange things in the kitchen. So in all these photos I made, I put together with the morphing technology. And so it comes out a very unique design of my aliens, the Mordrats. And also all other characters in Imperia I realized with this morphing technology. For example, also the style of the alien cities, a very strange style. After we see a scene of this, I used photos from different cars, from motorcycles, from planes, also things from my kitchen, like a bottle and glasses and a spoon, and I put together in a morphing technology, and then comes out the new design of a new city in the universe. Before I show you a next scene, I want to talk about the work as an AI director. For example, for Imperia, I needed about 6 months. The first 2 months, I realized all the about 50,000 prompts. And then you have to decide what are the best prompts and remain, so about 6,000 prompts at the end for the film. When this work is finished, I starting with the edit, so to put all scene together to a main completely film. And after this I realized the sound design, so the sound for this worlds, for the universe. And then after that I realized the synchro voices. A lot of artificial intelligence, different softwares. I worked, for example, here with Revoicer.
How many droids do we have to eliminate?
I think more than 10.
Oh no.
After the sound design and the synchron of all characters, I composed the score. You see, I'm a film composer. You see here a lot of synthesizers and keyboards. And I composed the whole score. And then after that, I realized with a friend the 5.1 surround digital mix. Very difficult, I can tell you, to realize all these things. So have a look on the last scene. You will see a scene of the showdown of the film of Imperia with many things. So have a look and after we talk.
They've arrived in section 22. You must take the corridor towards the master dome.
What did you see?
So in this scene you see a lot of things. You see the aliens, you see the starships, you see the bad and the good ones, you see the main characters and the supporting roles, and you see the master dome and many other things and strange things of this world. Just for one of these bigger scenes you need about 1 week if you are fast and if you know how it works with artificial intelligence softwares. So I'm very happy to show you a little making of my 2 films. For the moment, artificial intelligence movies in this world are very new. We don't have real big distribution service like by motion pictures from America or Europe or Australia. But I think in the next years, artificial intelligence films becomes famous. Why? Because it's cheaper than to realize a real film. It's also a lot of work because you need all the stuff of sound design and music, and also when you make all with artificial intelligence, it's a lot of work. So I think this is definitely the future of filmmaking, but I think we have animations and we have real films and we have anime and comedies and we have new artificial intelligence movie. So thank you very much and bye bye.
You know it. I almost always have them. Your dream is strange. I can feel it. Come on, let's go for a drink.